All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yad, La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Waharachak Wadash, the honest, the apostles, and the elders of great notes going to rule well, and peace and blessing salutations to the hopefully elect of the nation of Israel, which is Yasha Allah, and the ancient Hebrew, all right, also known as the Lashawan Quadash. All right, this lesson, should be brief. I just want to get this message out there, though. To the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Alright. That when all hell breaks loose, these people are going to turn into savages. Okay, they're gonna turn into complete savages. They're gonna be eating each other, killing each other, breaking into each other's houses, and they're just not gonna regard each other at all. Alright? And there was a scene on the Dark Knight movie, which is a Batman movie. It's called The Dark Knight. All right. And the Joker was being interrogated by Batman, and the Joker was saying that, he said these civilized people, when the chips are down, they're going to eat each other. And he's absolutely right. All right, because people rely so heavily on the convenience of being able to drive not even a mile or miles, whatever, but the point, however far, but the point is that they rely so heavily on these every daily, these daily conveniences, such as grocery stores, such as hardware stores and gas stations, all this stuff. They rely heavily on being able to just drive 5 minutes, if that, to go and get their weekly or monthly groceries, man. They rely on these things so heavily that when these things aren't available, right, when they're not available to go over and buy food or buy water or buy gasoline, they are going to lose their mind. Okay, they are going to snap. They are going to turn into savages. Okay. And that's just reality. All right. There was a book that I read on online school. I listened to the audio book. It's called Lord of the Flies. All right. Now, in Lord of the Flies, it's about these boys that get stranded on an island. I think it's like the late 40s or 50s or something like that. They get stranded on an island from a plane crash. And they start, and there's certain characters that, like the main character, you can tell he's like the spirit of a Jake. And then there was another character, which is the antagonist. He's definitely seems like he's an Edomite. All right. And basically right away, everybody agrees that they should establish rules. All right. They should establish, a miniature society, and upheld, and uphold rules and regulations. You can, have people have assignments, certain things that they do to keep, everything moving so they can get rescued, right? And their main thing was to keep a fire going with a lot of smoke, to create a lot of smoke so a ship would see it, because they were on a stranded island, and that was the only hope they had, is that the smoke would go high enough and the ship would eventually, however long it would take, would eventually see it, But over time, over the course of the book, many of them started, losing their quality civilized traits that you would see in typical people, civilians, and they started becoming violent. They started becoming aggressive. They started becoming savages. All right, and it ended in them, murdered. They murdered 2 people. 2 of the boys they murdered, and they were chasing. There was like a whole tribe. They had paint on their face. They put like paint on their face and had spears, and they were chasing the protagonist, through the woods, trying to kill him, and they burned like the entire woods, because it's not like an extremely big island, but they burned all the trees, like they set the island on fire just to smoke him out to get this one guy, and they were gonna kill him and cut his head off and put it on a stake. You see, and it's exactly what is about to happen, man. Not literally exactly like that, but I'm saying these people are going to snap. Right, the first